looked at a car and thought, wait, is this really a Škoda? Because the moment you see the Elroq RS 2026, that's exactly what you'll feel. Surprise, admiration, and that slight disbelief that Škoda just entered a whole new league. This isn't just an SUV, it's a silent revolution on wheels. Now tell me one thing. When you think of the word performance, what comes to your mind first? German cars. BMW, Mercedes, or Audi? Well, hold on tight, because Škoda's RS badge isn't here to play small. This one is built to outperform expectations. As soon as you step closer, that Mamba Green paint hits different. It glows under light like liquid emerald. You can see every sharp line and curve reflecting power, the same attitude you find in supercars. But here, it's dressed in Czech intelligence. The front grille wears that RS badge like a Medal of Honor, and the LED light signature, it doesn't just illuminate, it announces arrival. Slide inside, and you'll feel like you've entered the future, but a future wrapped in Scandinavian calm and German precision. The dashboard greets you with an all-digital 13-inch infotainment screen that feels like glass floating in midair. The animations are fluid, responsive, and smart. It doesn't lag, it understands. Look to your right. The steering wheel, flat-bottomed and leather-wrapped, has those RS touches in red stitching that whisper sportiness. The gear selector is now compact, electronic, and perfectly placed on the center console. No clutter, no confusion. The ambient lighting runs through the doors, dash, and even under the seats, customizable to your mood. Want calm? Go for ocean blue. Want aggression? Switch to red and watch the cabin transform. And then, the seats. RS Sports seats with suede and leather blend, embossed RS logo, and contrast stitching that makes you feel hugged, not seated. They're heated, ventilated, and smart enough to remember your driving posture. But here's where things start getting interesting. Beneath that stylish shell, the Elroq RS 2026 packs a dual-motor setup, producing over 340 horsepower and a massive 500 Nm of torque. This electric powerhouse can push from 0 to 100 km/h in just 5.6 seconds. Silent? Yes. Slow? Absolutely not. And if you're wondering about control, this car's AWD system is tuned to balance power between front and rear wheels in milliseconds. It doesn't slip, it predicts. Whether it's wet asphalt, snow, or curvy mountain roads, the Elroq RS sticks to the line like it's glued to it. Now let's talk about what most people ignore, braking. Because power means nothing without control. The regenerative braking system here is tuned for balance. Every time you lift your foot, it gently slows and recovers power for the battery. And when you slam those pedals, the ventilated discs grip hard and clean, giving you the confidence to push further. Speaking of pushing, let's peek under the hood. Not that you'll find a roaring V6, but instead a beautifully designed electric heart that's sealed, organized, and surprisingly aesthetic. The engineering precision here tells you one thing. This is not a budget EV. It's a performance EV that respects design. The mirrors, frameless and aerodynamic. Doors, in soft close technology with integrated safety sensors. Even the charging port cover feels premium. No creaks, no loose feel, just solid mechanical smoothness. And you know what? When you open those rear doors, the story continues. Rear seats come with their own climate zone, USB-C fast chargers, and those same ambient light strips wrapping around the cabin like a soft halo. The panoramic glass roof stretches wide enough to make you forget it's an SUV. It's like driving under the sky. During night drives, city lights dance across that glass, creating an atmosphere you can't forget. Now let's talk about tech. The Elroq RS comes with Level 2 autonomous driving, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, Indrija camera with 3D parking visualization, and a heads-up display that literally floats information above your dashboard. Speed, navigation, everything right in your line of sight. And you know what makes this car feel alive? The software. Škoda's latest OS is connected to cloud data, learning your driving patterns over time. It predicts your routes, adjusts regen braking, and even suggests rest stops if you've been driving too long. Let's ask a real question. When was the last time your car actually looked after you? The Elroq RS does. From facial recognition for driver profiles to built-in air purification, it feels like the car knows you. Now imagine this. You're cruising at 120 km/h. Silent cabin, ambient lights glowing blue, panoramic roof open to the stars, and your favorite playlist running on a 14-speaker Canton audio system that fills every inch with balanced sound. You don't just drive, you float. But here's the twist. This isn't just beauty and brains. The build quality is rock solid. The chassis stiffness is improved by 15%, giving it superior crash protection. Battery modules are protected by an aluminum frame reinforced with composite layers. This car can take impact, resist flex, and still glide smoothly. Even the doors sound like vaults closing, that heavy, confident thud when you shut them. You can tell this is craftsmanship. And before you think it's all just fancy design, let me remind you, this SUV can do over 480 kilometers on a single charge, and with 175 kWh DC fast charging, it can hit 80% battery in just 28 minutes. That's your coffee break, and you're good to roll again. Now, if you're wondering, should I really consider a Skoda over a Tesla or BMW iX1? Ask yourself, do you want hype or harmony? Because this car doesn't shout for attention, it earns it. It gives you performance without panic, design without drama, and technology that genuinely feels useful, not distracting. So let's test your instincts. If a car looks stunning, drives like a beast, pampers you like a luxury sedan, and still costs less than its rivals, what's stopping you from owning it? Tell me in the comments. If you had the chance, would you take the Elroq RS over the BMW iX1 or the Mercedes EQA? Because I'll be honest, after spending time with it, I'm convinced Skoda just pulled off something unexpected. They didn't just build another electric SUV, they built a statement. And if you've made it this far into the video, you already know what that means. You're not just watching, you're feeling the drive. So hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started. The next lineup coming to DriveSphere will take this conversation even deeper. From design evolution to real-world EV power tests. This was the Škoda Elroq RS 2026. Beautiful, bold, and smarter than ever. Because sometimes, the quietest cars make the loudest statements,